All right, so we've got some questions for all the RV professionals out there, all you folks that have been RVing for a long, long time. Um, these are a couple things that I'm just kind of curious about that we've stumbled across. First, what is the general consensus on chaining up your dog outside of your RV without supervision? We have a neighbor, not here now, he's gone, but he had a big, like, Malamute or some sort of a dog.
Some sort of husky, maybe. Beautiful dog.
Sweet dog, too. And he was a nice fella. But he would put her on a run, on a long run, on the hitch connection of the back of his RV, and then he would either go inside or even, I think, sometimes even leave the area to go up to the casino maybe or whatnot. But the dog would be out, and the dog didn't bother anybody, but except that it would bark. Sometimes for no reason. It was barking in the morning. It actually woke us up a couple mornings barking.
So we are we're not necessarily early risers.
Yeah, that's
typically.
important to note. We stay up late. We go to bed at usually about 11 or 12, and then we get up about sometimes 8 or 9.
Yeah, 8:30, 9 o'clock, and I would say the dog would start barking maybe when they would chain the dog out at about 8. So those the past few mornings when he left this morning, but the past few mornings, for a lot of people, I realize it's like, well, it's 8 o'clock. You should be up, but it was the weekend, and
we're just curious. I mean, maybe we should be up, and maybe that's just the way it goes, right?
Yeah.
And on that same vein, what is the policy, or what should we expect for conversations in and around your RV early in the morning or late at night? The RVs are not that well insulated. You can definitely hear conversations, especially when people are having friends over to the campsite next door and they're having a lot of fun and whatnot, and there's a lot of noise going on. It seems like there should be sort of a time limit on, like, a quiet period, like maybe past 10 or something like that. Maybe you don't start having conversations over coffee in the morning before 8. I don't know. But we're noticing that.
Or watching your TV outside.
Yeah, we're noticing that a little bit. And again, maybe it's just the way it is, and we're totally cool with that if it is. I'm just curious. And then I have another question. So I notice a lot of RVs, like the one park we're in right now, it has long roads that lead for the pull-throughs and whatnot. And, let's say the roads are going north-south, and your facilities, whether it be your showers, bathrooms, camp, store, whatever, are on the east or west ends. Do you have to walk all the way to the end of the road and then come around to get to it? Or is there a polite way to go through, like maybe on the border between two campgrounds? I know you shouldn't really cut through somebody's camp space, and I don't do that. But I'm curious, is there a polite way to shorten the distance? Because I'm a lazy person who doesn't want to walk all the way around.
Another question we had was, so this particular campground, and most campgrounds we've found that are dog friendly have a dog area that typically has like this potty stations where they'll have the bags and the garbage for you to throw the bags in. This one has 2 dog areas, no stations, but
we're in the middle of the park. The pet areas are on either end.
Way down there or way down there.
Yeah, so when I'm walking the dog will oftentimes can't make it to the pet area, and it'll defecate on somebody else's, like usually on the edge. I don't let him go too far in over there. I immediately pick it up. I don't leave it there. But is that being impolite? Should I be carrying my dog to the pet area? I'm not really sure about that. So I'm curious, dog etiquette, crossing the campground etiquette, and then my last one is a question. For those full-timers out there, where do you have your packages delivered? How do you have your packages delivered? Like, we stopped at one park, the one in Summerfield that we really liked, super upscale, and they had actually in their sort of a common lodge area, they had a cubby space for you to have packages delivered to, whether it be USPS or Amazon or UPS. They would just put it in there, and then you could just find your package and take it home. This place doesn't have anything like that, and we're constantly having packages delivered, or we need to have packages delivered.
Yeah,
we're not having
right
much
now
delivered
we
right
have
now.
them delivered to my son's, or when we're here, my son's house, and when we're in Florida, my daughter's house, or if we're in California, my other daughter's house. So
it's not always convenient. Like right now, we're an hour and a half from our son's house. So, is there a way for those of you that are full timers and you're in different places? How do you handle package delivery? I think that's all my questions.
I think that's it. So anyway, we're still here. We're here for
One more week.
another week before we head to Utah for my son's wedding. So, yeah, let us know what you guys think.
Yeah. Any help, always appreciated.
Thanks.